So if Donald Trump wants to take out its nuclear facilities, he can do it with minimal risk. So can Israel. That's a lot of pressure. So he thinks that he's going to tell them, this is your last chance over the next couple of months. You can negotiate a deal with us, and you will get to keep your regime. But we do not want you to send money to the Middle East, all of your tentacles. No, they're cut off. And I just don't believe they're ever going to do that. That's their reason to be. And they're very unpopular. So now the question is maximum pressure. Are you going to keep pressuring them and pressuring them? They have power outages. They have minority resistance. They have popular pushback, but none of that in the past 50 years, even the Green Revolution that Obama basically ignored or wanted to fail, they've never been able to overthrow that government because it runs by terror. And I don't think they will be able to. So sometime at the end of the year, one of two things will happen. They will feel the squeeze so much that they will try to cut a deal. And if they do cut a deal, I can guarantee you they will break the deal in some manner or other. That's who they are. Or Donald Trump will do one of three things. He will tell the Israelis, whatever's in your interest, go ahead and do it, and we will keep the Chinese and the Russians out, and the North Koreans. You can do what you want. Or he will join a joint force with Israel. That'll be a little tricky if he does that. Or he will just do it himself. And we kind of see that, Jack, with the Houthi reply. Israel's going to reply, and we are going to reply, but they're not joint operations. They're separate. And I don't know quite, I think the Houthis' status is more like Hamas. They're burrowed deep, they're disconnected, but they don't have a big command and control center and one big depot. They've scattered everything everywhere, and they're getting down to a small number of weapons. But the idea that this hypersonic missile, and they bragged about it, they said it was a hypersonic missile, and they said they were able to shut down the Ben Gurion airport, and they did for a few hours, and they said they'll do it again. No nation, no sovereign nation, no autonomous nation can have that happen. You can't have an entity say you can't have an airport. That's the whole nexus of travel and commerce. So they're going to have to deal with that. And the only way to deal with the Houthis is cut off the supply of where they're getting these weapons. And they're only getting the weapons from one place, and that is Iran. So you either have to deal with removing the regime in Iran or destroying all of their depots and their ability to make these missiles. That's where we are. And Donald Trump's going to have a problem within the MAGA rank. I wrote that article in New Criterion when he assumed office about the contradictions in MAGA between being a Jacksonian and a neo-isolation, a Buchananite or a Ron Paulite. And that's a lot of people. But he proved in the first administration, when he bombed the proverbial blank out of ISIS, when he killed Mr. Baghdadi, when he got rid of Soleimani, when he wiped out the Wagner Group, that he is perfectly capable of retaliatory, responsive strikes to ensure U.S. deterrence. And I think that's what he'll do. I think he'll negotiate all summer long, and at some point it'll dawn on him that they're playing him. And then he will then bring in his commanders and say, what is the feasibility? And they'll say, if you're ever going to do this, this is the year to do it. Because the surrogates are, they're cut off from the octopus head, and they're flopping around on the deck. They can't do anything. They can't hurt anybody right now. And it's an unpopular regime. It's just a matter of then how you do it. Do you do everything? Do you take out the nuclear enrichment sites? Do you try to bomb anything you think might be a depot of one or two stray bombs that are somewhere in the country? Do you take out the port facilities and spike oil prices? Do you take out all of its military capability? And what degree of punishment do you inflict on the Iranian people, if any? So these are all complex questions.
If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our latest content.